What kind of, you said sales coaching. Tell me who your ideal client is.
Yeah, I aim for business, kind of solo entrepreneurs, that because a lot of people start their own business from the product or service that they know very well,
Yes.
but they don't have a commercial background, they don't know sales, so they kind of have not really the greatest idea how to market and sell their product or service, and that's where I come in.
Yeah, great. So you coach them, just like, I'm going to just dig a little bit, okay? Are you okay if I do that? Because it can be really useful for everyone else. So
Yeah.
tell me what you do for them. Tell me what it would look like. I'm selling, let's say I'm selling my coaching and I'm no good at selling because I really wasn't. So what would you do with me?
Well, the thing is that I take them through different modules where they determine their ideal client avatar. They're going to look at their positioning in the market, because I mean, every market is crowded. So we're looking at what makes them stand out. Their messaging with persuasive communication instead of sleazy sales, because a lot of people think that sales is still about being sleazy and having that like unnatural way of pushing people into a sale. And I look at objections that people may raise towards their product or service, because preempting objections is the best way, instead of letting a potential client raise them. You better preempt them first. So that's something I look into as well. So I take them through this whole process where I work out with them what their best sales strategy would be for their particular business, but also for that person, because not everyone is comfortable doing everything in sales. Someone can be very comfortable selling over the phone, but other people want to do face-to-face. Also, some businesses allow over the phone sales, other businesses completely don't. You have to do it face-to-face or in a proper sales meeting. So that's kind of where I guide people through. So in the end, they have, they know exactly who they're aiming for. I like to call it their low hanging fruit, because you're always going to sell easier to certain people than to others. Then they know how to speak, how to go through their sales talk, how to preempt objections, and then obviously also their messaging and the way they position themselves. So obviously it's more elaborate than this, but that's kind of in short what I aim for. And kind of, it's a sales process I've used myself over and over again that I also train people in. And usually we see a conversion rate around 35 to 55%. So which kind of reflects a proper sales strategy. Usually you see 30%, but with the proper sales strategy, you can really raise that up. So 35 to 55 is what we've seen with the sales strategy that we use.
Okay, this is great. So you just gave me some really clear information. So essentially, you're talking about, you help people communicate cleanly, handle objections, know who they're aiming for, and how to position themselves, essentially, so they can hit their bottom line with 35 to 55% conversion. That's it in a nutshell. Yeah, which is great. That, what I've just reflected back at you, is something you want to make sure is cleanly shown in your messages. That's crucial for you. Now, what's amazing about you right now is that you're offering a service that so many people need right now. So this is a great service, you know. If somebody had said to me, I'll show you how to communicate cleanly, I'll show you how to handle objections or preempt objections, I'll show you how to know who you're aiming for and get really clear on who you're aiming at, and then how you position yourself, that's great. So many people don't understand this and don't know how to do this. And that conversion rate, that's a super high conversion rate in sales. That's a really good conversion rate. I know enough about it now. It's so not my field, but I know enough about it.
I think when people could have, a lot of businesses just start and wing it, and they don't do badly, but they don't do greatly. And when you really align everything, you can really do greatly. And those points are mainly objections, and messaging is something that people really struggle with, and that can really get you further. Too many people that don't have a sales background, they're going to be pushed back when they fall onto an objection. And even if they've had it many times before, they still get stuck on it.
Yes.
While they have to see it as a starting point, not as an end. So it's start of a negotiation. Someone raises an objection because they want to talk about stuff. So, and that's something that a lot of people can increase their conversion rate with. When you handle an objection properly or preempt it, even, you get past a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have a really great service that will really work for people.